This is a tutorial about using appropriate document formatting features in a word processor. In this case, the word processor we are going to use is Microsoft Word 2016. In order to access Microsoft Word, you can click on your Start button, search your apps for the Microsoft Word app, which is here. If it's an app that you use fairly often, it will appear in the Explore pane on the right side of the apps window. So you can simply click Microsoft Word, Word 2016. If for some reason it does not appear when you click on your home button, you can, on your Windows button, you can search for Word. And here it brings up the Word app, and you hit enter or click on the Word app in your application to open the app. So here we have a blank document. We can access several templates using the Microsoft Word application. Here we have business templates, and they come in several categories: presentations, labels, personal, education, etc. You can access card templates. Here we have all the categories of cards that can be accessed. You can also access flyers, letters, educational templates, resumes and cover letters, holiday templates. So for this tutorial, we're going to start with a blank document. And this takes us to the Microsoft Word document interface. So you're going to notice on the name bar, the name of the current document that you will be working on. If it is a document that you have saved, worked on and saved already and are reopening, or you have saved it while you are working on it, the name of the saved document will appear here. This document has not yet been saved, so by default it would be document and the document number that has been opened within the application for that particular day. The next thing you will observe on your interface would be the tabs. So we have the File tab, the Home tab, the Insert, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View. There's a Mathematics tab here and a search button or a help button asking you to type in anything that you would like to be helped with while using the application. So whenever you press or you click on any one of these tabs, it brings up a unique area called a ribbon. So this area here is called the ribbon. So each tab that you click on would give you specific icons which will allow you to perform specific functions or lead to specific features of that particular ribbon. Let's now look at the interface. On the left, we see a ruler. At the top, we see another ruler, and that is simply because the ruler has been checked in this box as being viewed. If we click ruler in the view box, you see the rulers have disappeared. However, for document preparation and for aligning and for assisting with the preparation of our documents, the ruler feature is a very helpful feature. On the right, we are going to see a scroll bar, and this is the vertical scroll bar. It scrolls our document up and down. And if our page is widened, so here we have our zoom button, which we can click to widen our page or decrease the view of our page. And if we widen the page so that we cannot see the entire page on the screen, we have access to a horizontal scroll bar that will allow us to scroll from left to right. At the bottom of the screen, we can see the page, the current page number of the document, the amount of words that the document contains, and we have three modes of viewing. which would be the read mode, print layout mode, and the web layout. So let's just reduce our view. So if we view, this would be an entire page view. And here, if we start typing on the page, we're going to see that it is quite small. So we can increase and decrease the view by using our view scale at the bottom right hand, zoom scale at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Here I have typed 2 short paragraphs, and we're going to use these paragraphs to examine some formatting features in Microsoft Word, which is a word processor. If we look at the screen, we are going to observe this white or blank area at the top, left, right, and bottom of the screen. So if we type straight to the last line and enter, this would be a second page. But here we can see that the last line cannot be typed in this. After the last line, nothing can be typed in this area here. That blank area around the page is referred to as the margins. And in our layout tab, we can set margin sizes by clicking on margins, and we can change our margin sizes. We have some presets which are normal, narrow, moderate, wide, mirrored. So right now we are in the normal margin setup. Let's look at narrow. And here we can see that the area above to the left, right, and the bottom margin became narrower. Moderate. So we have a top margin of 1 inch with narrower and a bottom margin of 1 inch with narrower left and right margins. Wide, with a top margin of 1 inch and a left and right margin of 2 inches. Mirrored, and we have the margins set at 1.25 inches inside, top of 1, bottom of 1, and outside of 1. If we do not wish to use any of these presets, we can select custom margins, and this will allow us to change our margins. So I would like to change my top margin to 2, and let's just click OK. And here we can see that my top margin has increased from a width of 1 inch to 2 inches. So for this tutorial, we're going to use normal margins. And the next formatting feature we are looking at is the font type and font style used in this tutorial. So the font is simply the typeface or the type of particular character or characters that you are typing in. In this case, I've typed this text using Calibri Body, and it is font size 18. If I select the first paragraph, and I'm going to change that font type to Lucida handwriting, and let's change its size to 2020. So here you can see a document with 2 different font types and font sizes. If I would like to bold, color, underline, or italicize my fonts, I can do it on the home ribbon, or I can use the font dialog box. When I click the font launcher button, it opens the dialog box, and from here I can do multiple changes with my fonts. So here I had selected the word students, and we can see from the ribbon that it is bold. It is now red, right? So you can select particular lines, sentences, words, etc. and you can launch the font dialog box, or you can simply change the font appearance by clicking in the font on the font ribbon, and you can get access to those features. On the font ribbon, we can also increase our font size. So let's look at increasing our font size. We can decrease our font size, and we can also use sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word, or use toggle case. So the font gives us the font options give us different ways that fonts can be manipulated in the text. Another feature that is popular is using the underline feature to underline text, and the italicize feature. So here we can see the words, this vacation is underlined and vacation is italicized. If you right click on a word, the menu comes up, a shortcut menu comes up, which will allow you to perform these same functions that you can perform in the font, on the font ribbon, or from the font dialog box. Using the superscript and subscript options of the font feature, we can start typing if in superscript, and the text appears at the top of the normal word, letter, or font. If we select subscript, the text appears at the bottom of the typed word or font. So here we can see the use of superscript, which would be above, and I'm using my text highlighting tool to highlight the superscript, and subscript for text to appear at the bottom of the word, or aligned with the bottom of the word. And here we have superscript, which would be aligned with the top of the word. Okay, so this was a simple tutorial, part 1, where we looked at introduction to the word processor, the use of the font feature or features, we looked at margins, and we looked at superscript and subscript in this brief tutorial.